Hi guys, Jason Bodine coming at you once again from Gadsden, Alabama. Merry Christmas today and welcome back to my channel. First, I want to apologize for not having put a new video out in so long. I do have a lot of great content to bring you, not just with cooking videos, but with other videos across a broad range of topics. But the truth is, this time of year, I'm just really not all that motivated to do videos or much of anything else. And if you have seen my video, putting it all together, Catharsis, where I talk about what a rough year this past year has been for me and the coping mechanisms that I've been using to deal with the events of this past year, then you know a little bit about why I'm just not motivated this time of year to do videos and other things. And you'll also know a little bit about the motivation behind bringing you this video today. Because in that video, one of the things I talked about was how I'm dealing with the death of the person that I referred to in that video as Ursula's boyfriend by delving into the TV show Supernatural, as well as by watching supernatural convention videos on YouTube featuring actors Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins, especially when they're in a joint panel together, and by writing a reboot script for the show. Well, that's a little bit about where this begins, but it really begins on Instagram 2 days ago on December 23rd, when something started happening there and then continued on to Google Hangouts and is still going on, that irritated me so much that I felt the need to tell you guys about it so that it doesn't happen to you. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is the story of how what should have been the greatest Christmas present somebody like me could get turned into the story of me catching the biggest shithead catfish to ever catfish anybody. And it all started on Instagram 2 nights ago, December the 23rd, 2021. Now, after I finished writing that Supernatural script, the reboot, I knew it wasn't up to snuff for production. It needs a lot of work, but I was proud of it and getting it done. And I'd hoped to give it to Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, and Misha Collins, the 3 principal actors from Supernatural, as a thank you for helping me get through a tough time. And I knew it was a long shot, but I posted about writing it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with all 3 principals tagged and along with some other related accounts in the hopes that somebody somewhere would, say, hey, send it here. And I knew it was a long shot. No, it did not happen. But what did happen 2 nights ago was this. The 3 posts about it on Instagram, which had sat there largely unviewed and no reactions to it hardly whatsoever, any of them, suddenly all got liked by the same person. And this same person sent me a direct message on Instagram saying that they worked for Jensen and that if I promised not to give out the information, she would give me his personal email address that he uses on Google Hangouts and that I could talk to him there on Google Hangouts. Now, this seemed a little fishy to me, but I went and I checked this person's Instagram profile and they looked legit, so I answered back. So she gives me the email address, and no, I'm not going to tell you what it is. and I follow her instructions on how to contact Jensen on Google Hangouts. Now, to my surprise, someone who was allegedly Jensen Ackles did answer back, and it seemed legit. The account uses the same exact profile picture that Jensen uses on all of his legitimate verified social media accounts. And when he posted a picture of himself, it was one of the ones he posted from Instagram on his current vacation. Now, he was asking me a lot of personal questions, but I didn't think much about it because I've never met the man, but from what I've heard, he is, very interested in getting to know his fans, and he considers them friends. So I didn't think anything about it. Now, as he talked, he got telling me, okay, I'm scheduled for tomorrow. With his family. He says, but I want to do a video call with you around 3 o'clock Eastern time. Now, it's, again, seemed a little off to me because I live in the Central Time Zone, and I know Jensen lives in the Central Time Zone, but I didn't think much of it because I know he's on vacation somewhere, and I don't know where that is, but he could be in the Eastern Time Zone, so I didn't think anything of it, and I said, okay, great. Well, he kept messaging me starting at 6:17 a.m. on the 24th. Every few hours to tell me, okay, be ready. I'm going to message you then, and then I will message you when I'm ready to chat and be active so we can talk. Everything seemed legit, like he, on the up and up, like he wanted to make sure that I was going to be there. And then that scheduled time rolled around, and things got fishy. Very catfishy. Because, okay, the phone rings on Google Hangouts. I answer. It immediately hangs up. A few minutes later, it rings again. This time, I answer, and there is video on the other end, but it's not Jensen. It's Misha Collins. And the video is very low quality. The sound volume is very low, and it doesn't seem like a live video because he doesn't answer me when I say something to him, and then the call disconnects. Again, that lasted all of about 2 seconds. Immediately after that, I get a text message in Google Hangouts, supposedly on Jensen's phone, but it's supposedly Misha Collins, saying, "Hi, it's me, Misha Collins. Jensen's away from the phone right now, but I'll tell him you called, and he'll call you as soon as he gets back." I was like, okay, now this seemed a little strange to me because I'm pretty sure Misha Collins is off filming road food right now for PBS. But I said, okay. Well, after a little bit, I decided to try calling him back myself, thinking maybe something's wrong with my phone. So I called back. Immediately, phone hangs up when it answers. Did it again. Immediately hangs up. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's something wrong with my internet connection on my phone. So I went to try it from my computer instead. This time, the phone rings again from the other end. They're calling me. And there is a video on the other end when I pick up, and it is Jensen, but this is obviously an old video and not something live. Something was very wrong with it. First of all, Jensen did not have a beard. And he was standing in a place that decidedly had no snow whatsoever. It was very sunny. And a voice did say hi when I said hi, but it was not Jensen's voice. I know that voice, and it was not him. Then the phone disconnects. 2 seconds. Tried calling back a couple of times, I believe. And then finally, I get a text message on Google Hangouts again, supposedly from Jensen this time, saying, "Hi, Misha Collins told me you called. I'm busy with fans right now, but I'll chat you up as soon as I'm done, okay?" I just said, okay. Well, at this point, I knew something was wrong. I got online onto Twitter and to Instagram, and I saw that the exact moment that Jensen was supposedly contacting me, the real Jensen had posted a video of himself alone on a chairlift over a snow-covered hill at whatever ski resort he's at. And like I said, I was pretty sure that Misha Collins wasn't with him. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to be texting me and trying to call me from a chairlift. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to be spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with his family, not trying to contact his fans. As great as that would be, that just does not seem realistic to me. Well, the story doesn't end there, because this just irritated me to no end, and I did do something about it that I'm going to talk about in the next segment. But not only that, it's continued. He is still messaging me, playing the part, and I'm pretty sure it's not him. But anyway, as I said, in the next segment, I'm going to talk about how I handled this. All right. Okay, so here's what I did about this. Now, as you can imagine, I was pretty ticked off that somebody had wasted my time all day pretending to be Jensen when I don't think it could possibly be him because of all those red flags that I mentioned in the last segment. And I felt like Jensen needed to know what was going on in his name. So I did something. Now, before I tell you what it is, I want to make it clear, I do not condone invading anybody's privacy, especially not a celebrity. But to me, this was a special case, and Jensen needed to know what was going on in his name. So, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I did some research, and I found a cell phone number that actually does belong to Jensen Ackles. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you what that number is, and I'm not going to tell you how I got it. What I am going to tell you is that I texted that number and told him everything that was going on, not expecting to hear back from him, and I haven't. And I'm going to tell you that before anybody jumps on my back, that is the only time I ever intend to text that number, unless invited to do so by the man himself. Now, as I said, this person on Google Hangouts is still texting me, talking like he's Jensen, and I'm just playing along at this point because I don't think it's really him. But he has not mentioned the text message, which tells me that either the real Jensen just didn't happen to have that particular phone on him at the moment, or that this was a catfish who was blissfully unaware of the fact that I had texted the real Jensen Ackles to tell him about this. Whichever one it is, I don't know. And on the small chance that I actually have been communicating with Jensen, I apologize profusely. But with all the red flags, I'm going to need confirmation one way or another somewhere other than Google Hangouts. I mean, unless we talk and it is an actual live chat with your bearded face actually responding to me in your voice, that's the only way on Google Hangouts that you can convince me it's you. And anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that this had gone on so that it doesn't happen to you. And alright, until next time, this is Jason Bodine, and I will see you next time with another video. Peace.